Are we live yet? I don't know, man.
Good evening, everybody.
Good evening, folks. How are you today?
What
We
do
are
we think
here. You
about
are
that
there.
gold and silver today, huh?
Yeah, it's coming back just a little bit, isn't it?
It is. Wait, I
So
just got a beep. Looks like Coin Crew is on.
I know, right? So welcome everybody. We appreciate it. Please remember begin your questions with three question marks so we can more easily see them, and we will try to highlight them as we notice. Please remember, I'm not that great of a guy. I'm not going to catch everything, but I will do my best. We have moderators in the chat to also help answer any questions, and other viewers may answer your questions as well. So also keep an eye on the chat. It might be a little helpful. So I want to say hi to everybody I didn't say hi to yet. Teacher, hi. Oh, look at that. I got
I
everybody.
just said hi to everybody, and I had them all that way. I didn't have to
I
put
was
names
I
on.
was saying hi to people before the show started. So please remember, if you like the show, give us a thumbs up, give us a share if you want other people to view it, and I guess we get started. So what do you want to talk about tonight, bro? I mean, you went to
Well,
Baltimore, right?
everybody knows I went to Washington D.C. last week, and also Baltimore. Guys, what did you think about that high relief gold? Please, give me some feedback out there.
I liked it. I didn't get one, but I liked it.
It was terrible for me. I only got about 50 of them. It was hard.
It was tough. I heard you was paying way over on them too,
I
wasn't you?
sure was. I was buying them over. And you know
How
what was
far
really
over?
sweet about it? I requested to be over there by the mint. The Baltimore show did me the best they could have done because the line lined up past my table. I was telling guys, "Hey, I'm paying this X amount." After they got it, they ran over and cashed them into me. So I just stood there and just kept taking them in.
Oh, here's a good question for you from Doug Wagner. Thank you for the support, Doug. In your opinion, what do you think will make silver or will help silver go back to $35? Oh, excuse me. Hiccup and burped at the same time. What do you think is going to do it, bro?
Well, I think we're going to see it continue shaking a little bit for a minute. We still, the election is still fresh, guys, but I think don't get scared. Don't sell. If anything, invest a little bit more. As you've seen today, it got underneath 30 last week, guys. And what did it do this week? It's starting to come back. We got you know, Elon Musk, he's investing in stuff he's doing, and it takes silver to make it. So just remember, there's a lot of silver being sold out there that people don't even know about, but they have to have that silver to create what they're doing.
Well, it looks like silver sitting at 31.35 on Kitco, and gold is right back up to
And
26.30 today.
what was that low there? 30.19, 31.19. Is that what I seen? 31.18. Okay. Now, yesterday it was 30.40. So, here you go, guys. We're almost at another dollar hike.
Here's Jetmec says, I love it and sold it already. GFH coin.
Well, there you go. You didn't sell it to me, though, did you?
Look at that, Inkman. Hello. Thank you for being a member. I appreciate it. Guys, your memberships really help the channel out a lot. So thank all of the members. I appreciate you. Hello, everyone. Hope you are having a wonderful day. Member for 4 months. You rock, dude. Thank you. Okay, where are we at? So if I start falling behind in the chat, I'm going to skip over some of the questions to catch up. So Sean Davies is here. Big Rocky's here. Wendy. So we think silver, it had a high just below 35 on October the 22nd. And what exactly were you saying is going to get it back there?
Well, you got big players in the game that are purchasing silver for what they're doing. The manufacturers have bought silver in the past couple of weeks. Just remember, we're using a lot of different stuff, and eventually, it's going to show again that wait a minute, silver's too low.
I made an order the other day and silver went up $1, so I can't get mad at that.
So did I. So did I. We was actually talking last week. I seen them low numbers. I figured I need to jump in that game too.
Sent a picture to the email. Brian says, had to share. Oh, wow. Let's see
Freezing
what
up again, bro.
Oops. Well, we're going to see what we're sharing. Looks like a birthday cake or something there.
Yeah, no, where's my piece?
I know, right?
I love chocolate cake. It look like it's got some chocolate on top of it. Boy, I'm in chocolate heaven there.
I know, man. That's just wrong, Ink Man. Yeah, it is.
Just cut a
Wrong,
slice
wrong,
off about
wrong.
this, well, maybe about this big, half of it, and ship it to me. I'm not asking for much.
Everybody loves some good chocolate cake. So you got the flowing hair. How was the Baltimore show? I mean, seriously, how did it come out?
Uh, Actually, I had a really good show there. I was surprisingly, I only took enough to put coins in 3 cases. I didn't really go there to sell. I was there for my meeting and then for the flowing hairs. Actually, I thought it was an all right show, better than their summer show. I hear. I never attended their summer show. This was actually my very first Baltimore show.
I was in Baltimore,
Not for the show though.
1986.
He was in the
Ooh.
service, guys.
Against an army. Any tips for dealing with post office about a missing package? How do you deal with that, bro?
I tell them don't lose my packages.
But what if they do lose it? How do you deal with
I
it? Headache?
knock on wood, it hasn't happened yet, and I pray that it don't. But I do have insurance for it if it does.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's the best thing you do is if you're really worried about losing something, buy some insurance, send it registered even.
The other thing you got to remember, guys, if you're shipping to a coin shop or something like that, don't put coins on the packet at all. You're making it a high target.
Yeah, if you ever notice when we do it, we just put initials. We
Yeah.
don't never put the word coin as in our address. If you look on our about page, it says
You can
CC
either put
or
our name on it or put like mine will be back, you know.
and that's one of the ways. But after it's already lost, you just got to deal with the process. I mean, that's all I can say.
Right?
You lose packages here and there. Wouldn't that cake go good with some Brahms milk? Oh, you know it, my friend.
No, not really.
Oh, you don't like
Not
Brahms
Brahms
milk?
milk. Give me
Maybe
my
Prairie
Highland milk.
Farms.
Give me my Highland milk.
I like Prairie Farms. That's my favorite.
Well, we don't have Prairie Farms here. It's
We don't
Highland
either.
here. That's an East Coast thing.
Oh, it's down in St. Louis area too.
Well, you can also get Highland milk there, so that's a border thing there. You get a choice of either both of the good milks.
Okay, here you go. But it depends if it's a package that's being sent to you, if it is a package that's being sent to you, the sender usually has to handle insurance claims. Yeah, usually whoever sent the package will handle the claims.
Yes, they do.
That is a way to do it. If you sent it, then you'd handle it. If they sent it, so you need to find out. Well, you obviously know who you got it from. Just call them, and they should handle it. Wild Cards Coin says the more you complain about it, the more likely it is to show up. That could be true to some extent, unless they know what was in it.
See, the bad part about it is some people will start complaining so much they accidentally say what's in it. Here's the thing: if
Yeah,
you say silver dollars, you said the word dollars. At that point, the post office, because it's posted in their thing, does not have to cover it.
yeah. So be careful when
They
you
do
are
not
talking
cover
to them.
money.
Don't tell them. Just tell them it's collectibles. Period. Don't get into too much detail
No,
because the post office insurance is like auto insurance, home insurance. They will pay it, but they're looking for any and every reason to get out of paying it because that hits their bottom line. They're a business needing to make money, even though they're funded by the government. They still need to turn a profit. So if they can get out of paying somebody, they're going to do it.
that's why you read the fine print, and it is posted on the United States Post Office Services. They do not cover money, so that therefore never say 50 cents, a dollar. It was
Always say it's a
90%
collectible.
silver coins. You know, you said coins. Now they want to know what the value of them coins was. And you tell them, well, it was dimes, quarters, and halves. Oh, there you go. We don't cover that.
Forgot to say hello, everyone. Sorry. In the post birthday cake comment, LOL. Yeah, he just had to rub that good looking cake into us.
That threw everybody off track.
It's from CZ. Oh, ow. That's one of my packages that I lost. It's from CZ. Well, then get a hold of us tomorrow if it's our package. And we'll see what we can
I
do.
don't know who CZ is.
Yeah, I hear you.
You
And
got to
we'll see
watch
what
the
we can do
packages
about
coming
it.
from them guys, especially if it's coming out of that Michigan area.
Well, Angel usually handles all the postage. I don't even know if
Well,
she gets
there's
it.
what the problem is right there. We'll blame it
She's the
on the girl
boss.
that's not here.
She's not even in the chat. She must be watching TV or something.
I was just kidding if you are, Angel.
So, Tiger sent me a package. That one slab coin fell out. We kept the purchase receipts, and because we could show the purchase price, they covered the slabbed coin. Yeah, as long as you're not calling it money, you're calling it a collectible, which it is. They'll cover it. But as soon as you call it a silver dollar or something, they're it's money. We can't cover it. They'll figure it out.
Well, did anybody get their bids in on them high reliefs yet? Or flowing hair privy
Oh,
marks?
yeah, Stacks and Bowers is doing that. The privy goes where if anybody wondered where they are, they're getting auctioned off. The number one is coming with the canceled die.
And you
That's just
know what?
wrong.
The number one, they still haven't hit my number yet, so I'm still the highest bidder.
Last I checked, it was $70,000. Again, it comes with the canceled dies too. Now, theoretically,
But I will tell you guys what I told Chris at the US Mint. They're holding mine till it's time. They know what my bid is. I'm gonna let you guys know only on this chat. I bid at $100,000 for it.
yeah, it'll get up there. Hey, mods.
I want that
Frosty says
die.
80,000.
That's the only thing I want. I don't care about the coin. I want the die.
Now, that's a question for you, Mike. Being the dollar denomination is on the edge of the coin, like the old silver dollars is. If you have the dies, even though they have an X on them, you can stamp them, can you not? And make gold rounds or silver rounds if you wanted?
You can make gold or silver out of them legally because they've been canceled out.
And even if they had the dollar amount, you could still do it?
It's been canceled out. And I'm
Got
going
a
to tell
big
you,
X on it.
I'm not dealing. I know it's going to probably go higher than my numbers, but we're keeping my number hid.
Frosty think it's going to hit $250,000. Somebody's
You
got
know,
money to burn.
I think it's going to go a little higher than that, Frosty. But I get the game going, and I gave mine to the U.S. Mint directly while I was there in my meeting. They was pretty shocked that the first bidder out was so high, but
you met with the U.S. Mint when you was in D.C.
Washington, D.C., yes.
You stopped at D.C. before Baltimore.
Actually, guys, I'm going to be releasing a video that I couldn't do anything in their offices, but guys, I was able to shoot their downstairs store. They have a store there in Washington, D.C., and I was able to, oh my God, the store is awesome. And I did do a video on it, and I will be releasing that this week.
Well, that's cool.
Then I also did another video, thanks to that guy right there, because I almost forgot to do one. So we'll be doing another one on the flowing hair. I did get that video done, and I done that in front of the U.S. Mint setup at the Baltimore show.
I reminded him. I think I finally got a title for my box unboxing for the proof sets. Now I'm going to start working on the video.
Oh, you bought some proof sets?
Well, that box that you and Silver Seeker both wanted to buy,
Oh,
I finally got the title together for the video. I'm not going to tell you guys what the title is. I wanted the title to be great. I got some help from another YouTuber.
I think you should tell it. I think since I gave my information out, you should give it out right here to these folks here that are listening this evening.
Okay. It's going to be about opening up a box of old proof sets. There you go.
That's it? I'm disappointed in you.
I know, right? No, I think it's a good title. I was real worried about
why
the
don't
title.
you get our opinion? Put it out there.
I got an idea for the thumbnail, but I have to have the box open to do the thumbnail. So we're going to have that as well. We're hoping to have the video up.
Guys, I think he should sell me that box sealed and not make me cry watching him do that.
I think Silver Seeker said the same thing, and I said, nope.
I probably would have paid more money than Silver Seeker, though.
I think he offered a price that was on the box, and I said, it's a great offer, but I'm going to have to keep it.
Oh, no, I offered you more than that already. Not the price on the box. I didn't even see the price on the box, guys, so I could.
It said $2,000.
15,000. That's all.
2,000.
Oh, I paid more than
50 proof sets. That's a lot of money, man.
Nah,
that's like $50 a set, I think. 50 sets, 50? No, it's not. It's under 50. It's $37.50. It's a lot of money. We'll see what's going to happen. We'll see if they're sealed or not sealed. We'll see how they look. To me, it's that's an interesting comment, Nightbot. Let's.
Yeah, see, I would.
Oh, look at that! In order to bid, I forgot to turn that off. Yeah, we're not bidding on the box, guys. It's just something. Usually we're.
I got 2,300.
Yeah, I bet you do, buddy. I bet you do,
That's
buddy.
about 47 a set.
You know, Dan says it could be a box of rocks. Could be.
Dan, you wouldn't know because you didn't sell it to me, but you sold it to him. You would know, sir.
Okay, have either of you attended or considered attending any Ohio coin shows, such as in Cleveland or Columbus? I have attended them a long time
Actually,
ago.
I have several shows, and when Central States used to move around, I was in Cincinnati, Ohio, about 15, 20 years ago. But guys, one of the things that's on the hit list that I'm going to be putting for the U.S. Mint is Cincinnati, Ohio. We're looking at that one. We're looking at one in Michigan, one in Seattle, Washington.
Okay, now cold weather's coming. Everybody knows winter is, I guess you could say, a big pain in the rear. But what's your favorite soup to eat in this cold weather?
I love any kind of soup, so it's hard. I'll eat it. You got clam chowder, I'm in. You got a big bowl of chili, I'm in. You know,
for cold weather, I like
noodle soup.
For cold weather, I like tomato soup with grilled cheese. That's what I like for cold weather.
Well, what happens if you don't eat cheese?
What?
What if you don't eat cheese?
Well, it's just I don't know. That's what I like.
I mean, that's one of the things the doctor took away from me was my cheese because I was eating too much of it. So
Mrs. Coin Crew must have knew we was talking about her. She's here. Someone might have lost a package again, Miss Coin Crew. They were talking about it. Oh, she's probably saying,
I think she needs to use extra tape.
Peanut butter sandwich and chili Mike. I think they meant Mac. Well, yeah, I love chili.
Chili Mike's right because Mike does make homemade chili. So, yeah, chili Mike. I do love chili mac. I do love peanut butter and jelly. So, on that note, I'm with you.
Well, Dave, you should have capitalized the R in Washington. It's a Southern accent. So if you guys can deal with it, great. If not, sorry for your bad luck. I don't know. Does any coin dealer have any use for 40% silver halves?
We do.
Yeah, what's that?
I'm still buying 40%.
No, what do you have use for them for?
Oh, we
We,
melt them down. We send them in when we got 2,000 face or more, and we melt them down. We turn it
that's,
into pure silver. That way we got enough silver to produce some pure silver.
what's really crazy, and I've kind of touched on this with some of my customers walking in the store. Nobody wants 40% on a retail level right now. And you just mentioned that a lot of dealers, they buy them and then we get a few $1,000s, they send them and melt them down. Wouldn't you think after a decade or two more, wouldn't you think they would start to get a collector value because of the scarcity, because of all of them melted down?
Well, you would think, but the U.S. Mint created so many
Yeah,
millions of them things.
hundreds of millions, yes.
It's going to take a while.
But it will happen eventually.
Eventually, yes.
We just
Eventually.
don't
But
know if
here's
we'll
the
see
thing,
it.
because people are going to shops. Now, guys, I know I've heard this. Guys are taking these into shops and they're only offering them $1. I am sorry that you're being offered that. That is way
They should be
too cheap.
offering close to
So
$4, shouldn't they?
some people are saying, "Well, I just don't sell them. I'll just keep them," and that's fine. Keep them. The thing is, there is dealers like us in the area, in your local area. Check your prices, figure out your melt, and then go from there. You know, the easiest way I can tell you to do the melt process on them is take your calculator, look at spot, and you'll see pretty close to about 98% of melt is 0.0298. And that's what most of the foundry companies are looking at. And then they say, I'm buying it $1 back or $2 back. That's being very fair to you, okay? When they're telling you they're only paying you $1 for each, that's $2. You should be getting $6, $7 now. That's too low. So therefore,
Melt's almost $5, isn't it?
no,
0.298 times
that's per dollar on
yeah,
the dollar. What did it come out to?
I don't know. Let's
I'll
get
do
the
it
old
right now.
calculator out. Let's use the one on the computer here.
I'm going to do it
Do
right
that.
now.
35 times point
What
two.
was silver at 31?
1043 is melt per dollar.
Yeah, okay, and
So that's
about
about
$2
$5,
back.
yeah.
So I'm sorry, guys, you should be getting 7 or 8. I said 6 or 7, it's 7 or 8.
Yeah,
Is
is
a
what you
fair
should be
offer to you
getting.
guys because they got to make something. They got to make $1 or 2 too.
Well, that's what I was saying.
But
You
I'm
should be
getting
getting.
stories from people coming in. Well, I'm not selling my 40% because the guy down the street told me it was only worth $1 a piece.
You should be getting 3.25 to $4 each for
Yeah.
each one of them. A lot of people, like even I'll do it. I'll just say I'm not buying them right now. I've got enough. Once I get too many, if I haven't sold them, I'll have to sit there and hold off buying them. You can't keep buying something if it's not selling. Robert Reese, bearded Bob, uses them to make jewelry. Well, that's kind of cool.
40% jury. Ouch.
Hey, it doesn't matter. It's silver. It's jewelry. I mean,
He
you
found a
can.
way to make more out of his half, though, because he probably sell them rings for 10 to $15 a piece.
Well, maybe he's making a pendant or something. Because I've seen people cut out. They'll cut out to where the Kennedy head is in there and leave the ring around it, and just cut out the head. And the head
Well,
is
you can
sitting
do it
there.
like a spoon. You can keep rounding your half till it rounds into a ring, and you don't lose none of it.
Yeah.
Then you get it on a ring, get on one of the bar rings, and you size it to what you want. You tap it down till you get it, and then you smooth it out, and there you go.
Now, what's the next decent show you're going to be going to?
Guys, I got a Black Friday show coming up, very small show, and that's my last one for the year.
That one in Tulsa.
It's in Claremore, yes. Or
Kind of
no, not
Tulsa.
Claremore, Glenpool.
Is that the one that Robert's doing?
Yeah. My friend Robert puts it on, so he's been very faithful to me on my shows, so I'm faithful to him. It's kind of we help each other out and do
Yeah,
that.
I seen him set. I usually buy something off of him when he sets up.
Yeah, he's a really good
He
guy,
sells a good
guys.
enough
He's really
price.
nice, very good guy, very religious, and everything else. Great guy. Now, after that, I take December off, and then I'm heading to the fun show.
Now, and that's the thing about you'll see these coin dealers
Sorry.
out there. And they'd be like, they'll deal with just certain coin dealers because you get used to dealing with different coin dealers. It's like you go into your local shop. If you like that shop, you just keep going, and then you don't want to always go. You still look around, but when you're at a show, and if it's one of the people you are associated with, you always try to find something from them if you guys can work a deal because it's just scratching the back. You scratch my back, I'll scratch yours,
Right.
and we all do it. There's a group. What is there? About 15 of us that are always
Yeah.
back and forth,
Yeah.
and we're always looking for something. And then there's other dealers we buy off. And don't get me wrong, but you usually have a close knit group, just like anywhere else. Just like in high school, they had their cliques. I
Now in
was always in
March,
the
if you guys ain't doing nothing in March, you guys can fly over to Singapore and see me over there.
I was always in the high school group of burnouts or something, just kind of slacking. I was a smart kid in high school, but I never did homework at home. I always did it the class before it was due. How's that for doing some homework?
Yep.
I never took my homework home in high school. I remember that. I got A's and B's. So you paying, Mike? What's he paying for? I want some. What are you paying for, bro?
I don't know what she's talking about,
I called
but
dibs.
I guarantee you she's probably the only one that I think heard what I said out there. You didn't hear what I said, did you? You was too busy
No, I
talking.
didn't. I was too busy
I
talking.
said if anybody ain't doing nothing in March, they can fly out and see me in Singapore.
Miss Coin Crew says her friends were the stoners. Well, that's what I meant. Stoners, burnouts, whatever. Yeah, that was a lot of my friends, but I still got good grades. Rhonda says the trip. Wendy says sing. Oh, I'm going if you're paying. Me and Miss Coin Crew, if you're paying, we'll close the shop. Take a vacation. Yeah, you pay for our passports, our hotel, our
Well,
flight,
no, I'm
food.
getting my hotel paid for.
Must be nice, man. Nobody ever pays for my hotels. I always want to give them the
I
money
got to
back.
pay for my own plane tickets, though.
I always want to give them the money back, don't I, bro? Every time someone tries to pay for my hotel. He does that sometimes. Yeah, I'll
Yep,
pay for your
I
hotel.
do. I do.
And I give him the money back. Chai Jared, I have an awesome relationship with my LCS Fox Valley Coins in Naperville, Illinois. I highly recommend people interested in stacking numismatics to make nice with your LCS. That is very important because when you're in a good relationship with your LCS, when they get a deal on something, they'll pass it along. It's just nature of the business. You want to
Napersville, Illinois. I've been through there before.
the people that are nice to you, you want to be nice to them back, whether you're a dealer or a person. So it's important. Treat other people the way you want to be
Oh, no
treated.
wonder. Yeah, Fox Valley. I'm seeing it now. Fox Valley Coin. I know that guy. I've been there.
What is the last thing you bought? Oh wow.
Flowing hairs.
Saturday, the last thing I bought. Bought some 90% silver.
I bought a whole bunch of them flowing hair dollars, gold dollars this week. That's the last thing I
Here,
bought.
yeah. Wildcard Coin says against the army, all I'm getting on computer is the phone. Oh, sorry guys. Are we circling? I'm not. I've got it running on the other screen over here. I'm not seeing it do the circle things. Of course, if I
Mine's
even
fine over here.
playback speed, let's make sure I'm up to speed on it.
Guys, how many of you guys can see Keith?
I can see me.
I can see you, but we're on the stream.
What is the best part of hosting a coin show, and what's the worst part? Sean Davies. Thank you, my friend, for the comment.
Was that addressed to me or you?
You're the one that hosts shows. I just go to the ones you host.
Guys, the best part about hosting the show is when I get a nice crowd in that really appreciates that we all the work we put in to put it on. I respect my dealers and the people that come in. That's a good show to me. A bad show is when, like what happened this year, when I pay a extra 500 and the company don't give me my money back because they wind up getting there 30 minutes before my dealers instead of being there at 8 o'clock in the morning, what I paid for. That was a bad part. And it's always tear down. You always have somebody in that crowd that even though you tell them they got to be out of the building before your security leaves by 4 or 5, they're there and they're staying past. I feel guilty. I'm not going to walk out the door and leave. I'm going to hang out there until they get out of there.
There you go. I don't even know why I'm asking you this. I think you answered it earlier. It might have been before Frosty got here. Did you buy any flowing hair gold dollars in Baltimore?
I bought about 50 of them, Frosty, and I'm still buying them. I got guys shipping me 5 more.
Jackknife says, no problem. Miss Coinker, good on my end. Good here. No problem, says Dan. No circle, says Rhonda. Might be your connection because sometimes mine does that. What are your thoughts on the reverse proof Morgan and Peace set? Is the mintage too high for the demand?
Well,
Santana coins and gems.
guys, I got a case of them coming. If it is, I guess I'm a sucker. I bought a whole case from the U.S. Mint. They fell into my bulk program, so I was able to get them a little cheaper than what you guys are getting them.
Okay, so here is one of the most important questions of the day. And I don't think Mike can answer it off the top of his head because I don't think he has enough fingers or toes, even if this is not the correct answer. Question of the day: how many Hawaiian shirts does Mike own? My guess, at least 68.
Well,
Can you say that number?
guys,
It's high enough.
all I got to say is my wife sees one online. She says, "Oh, that looks nice," and she orders me another one. I shifted my suits over to make room, and now I'm thinking about giving some of my suits away because I do like my Hawaiian shirts better. So I don't wear my suits as much as I used to. So it's time to move some of them out so I can make more room for my new ones coming.
Hi, Hambone with the numbers. Good evening from sunny Southern Cali. Hey, John, how you doing? Thanks for joining us, my friend. There's Hambone with the numbers. You know, I didn't see Hambone Pigbone in here. But hey, we got 2 Hambones in here and pretty cool guys.
Okay.
Oh my God. Can I leave a message now? Joseph C., if you type in the chat, if you're hearing me, type something with question marks first and I'll put it up. As long as it's not too bad. You caught us live,
Go
Joseph.
for it, Joseph.
Hello, all my peeps. Oh, peps. He forgot an E, but hey, we're good with it.
You can put it in for him. We'll call it Peeps.
Beware
the man in Hawaiian shirt. Okay, guys. Let's pick on the Hawaiian shirt guy.
AK-47 has a question. Thank you for your comment and question. Did you buy any platinum last week? Keith, that one's for me. Actually, last week, no, I didn't. Did you buy any, Mike? I didn't buy any. I did
last week. Yes, I did.
I bought some the week before.
And you
I should have bought some because it eased back.
You sold me some the week, or well, you sold me one the week before.
Yeah, I bought some when I sold Mike some, but I didn't buy none this week. I try to keep my level at or about the same.
And guys, I'm going to tell you, Mint did reach out to me yesterday, wanted to know with their new Palladium coin getting ready to come out, how many I was going to take. I had to break it to them. I'm not taking any. I told them they were slow sellers. And,
on the Palladium.
And they understood. because even I take a lot of stuff from the U.S. Mint. I do have there is certain stuff they're instructed to call me. Don't put in my box before I'll take it. And that's one of the things I do not buy. Only special orders if somebody comes in and says, Mike, or calls me, can you order me one? Yes, we can get them, but we're not going to stock them.
Now, the U.S. Mint, they do have a high premium on that palladium. It's like $1,000 over melt for an ounce. I mean, I
Yeah.
know palladium is harder to
And they
get.
are working on that, guys. They realize that. That's why the marketing team is looking at that, and they're talking about reducing some of the prices on some of that stuff.
If they can get, and this is just my opinion, if they can get, even though the gold is an inflated premium as well, if they could get the palladium premiums down to where the gold premiums are now, I think they'll almost double their sales. I mean, it's just a guess, but I know I wouldn't mind paying 600 or 700 for a beautiful palladium coin. Over.
Okay. And I'll be having a Zoom meeting this week with them, and I'll put that in the mention for you guys.
Well, the problem is palladium's so much harder than platinum and gold, and it breaks a lot of dies. So, do you guys have a good relationship with a local jeweler that is willing to buy gemstones you get when the public brings in gold jewelry? Mike, what do you do with your gemstones?
Well, we actually have a gemstone tester, and the bad about the gems today, a lot of them are basically not real stones. They've been lab created. When our tester comes up, so we just basically, when people come in, we tell them, well, the only way we're going to buy them if they pass the test. 99% of the time anymore, because people know this new stuff they bought from Case Jewelers and stuff is not going to pass. They don't even bother even having us
But
tested.
but the question was, what do you do with the gems when you do buy them?
Oh, we've got a little box we put them in because we have a
You don't.
jeweler we work with that makes jewelry for us. So we do make rings for people.
We had a lot of sellers last week. You was closed at your shop last week, wasn't you? Because you went to
Yes.
Baltimore. But yeah, last week at Coin Zone, aka Coin Crew, we did have a lot more sellers and buyers. We were spending. Oh, I don't even want to talk about how much you spend. I could have bought me a car again.
Well, I think people that are selling last week they shouldn't have. It was not right time. So
RLC says, how much you expect the gold flowing here in dollars to be about this time next year?
I'm expecting the flowing hair gold dollar to look just like the the Bronco. You're going to be looking at 46, 48 by box, R69, and you're going to be looking anywhere from 58 to 6,500 on the 70.
Now, this next question has a little bit to do with population of the state, whether it will or will not be. Do you think there's any state in the U.S. underrepresented with coin shows? I mean, if you get one show in Alaska, that's like 10 shows or 20 shows in New York.
No, actually, Alaska got more shows going on than you think.
No, what I'm saying is if you had one, it'd be like 20 shows in a more populated
Right.
area.
Okay, guys, these states I mentioned are states that we have noticed don't have a lot of big shows in them or don't have any. Are shows that are not advertising. That was one of the things I was meeting with the U.S. Mint about because as of Chicago, they reached out to me and they would like for me to do more shows that they could set up at. It's kind of relationship that we're making with the U.S. Mint, and so I agreed to it. So therefore, that's why we said Michigan, Cincinnati, Ohio, Iowa. This is all stuff we're working for 2026, guys. 2025 is already kind of scheduled out. I got them on 3 different shows they're doing for me already. We're working on 2026, but 2026 is going to be the bomb for the U.S. Mint and Mid-America for shows. We are grouping together to bring you guys the best shows that we can bring.
So you're working with the Mint to try to get some of these
Yes,
underrepresented states more coin shows.
more coin shows get something that they ain't had in a while. The U.S. Mint being there brings in NGC and the other grading companies. So, guys, we are looking to bring all this to your state. So, if you got a state or we're in a nice populated area, you can reach out to me, talk to me, because I'm handling this for the U.S. Mint now.
Okay, Chai Charon has a comment here. He overheard a conversation at his local coin shop. Client saying he was wanting to know if they could match Costco pricing. They said if you want to stay under the radar, you should not buy gold from Costco. And I think that would pertain to anybody, any online dealer. Is that not correct?
Correct. Guys, some of these prices you are seeing that Costco selling at, they are not the cheapest for one thing. I can beat every one of their prices. The other thing I'm going to tell you is you guys always talk about you don't want to be tracked. You didn't want to know this. You're taking your cash and keeping it underneath 10,000. Invest it into your LCS. Don't invest in the Costco, because guess what? With them, they can help you out still. The laws are there to protect you and them. They don't
Now,
have to do all that paperwork that they're doing at Costco or when you buy online. So,
now, a lot of the online dealers, they got all your information, and then you rebuy, they got all your information. So they know exactly every single item you buy. Whereas if you buy from a local coin shop, you may be paying cash, getting a paper receipt, a handwritten receipt. And even if you buy from us, we sit there, even when you buy on our auction sites, yeah, it's listed on a spreadsheet, but after that's all gone through, it's just you bought, you spent this much money. We're not pointing out exactly every single item that you bought. Sometimes, we might have to, but it's good to support your local LCS. No doubt about it. My thoughts are if you want to stay under the radar, go pay cash.
yep.
That's the best way to do it.
Yeah. And just remember, your LCS is going to work for you. Unlike the guy that computer operated guy on the other end. And that's where a lot of elderly people get taken from these big companies that get online. You can't go in a store. They don't have a store. They're telemarketers. They're going to shoot for you. And they're going to say the worst thing you can do, though, when you're doing that is if they asked you, I'm sorry to twist this around a little bit. If they asked you to use your credit card again, is it okay? Always say no. The thing is, you just gave them the right to keep sending you stuff. And now the only way you can stop it is go to your bank or call your credit card company up and shut that card down. Now, that could affect you on different businesses you've done, but it's the only way it's going to stop it.
Okay, next, another one from Chai Charon. Do not ask me because I constantly get coin drunk at coin shows. What are your recommendations for not getting coin drunk at shows? Meaning going crazy and just spending a lot of money. What do you
My
recommend?
recommendation is if you are going to do that, please come to my table.
Uh, um, Another, but seriously, a good recommendation is limit yourself to how much money you take. When you run out, you run out. Some people do that when they go to a casino. I mean, when I used to go to the casino more often, I would only have a certain amount of money in my pocket. That was all I could spend. I don't carry
But
debit cards. I
But
will
the thing is,
never
at
use
the
a credit card.
casino, you're more than likely not to use your card. At the coin show, you might say, "Oh, do you take credit card?" And that dealer, like me, would probably will. At that point, you're back into spending again.
You have to go with the mindset you're only going to spend your cash. That
Yep.
will help avoid being or getting coin drunk at the show. Because I'm guilty. I sit there and I'll spend all my money when I go.
I got coin drunk in St. Charles. I spent all my cash, all my checks, and I even had a couple of guys like that guy right there said, "Oh, just send it to me."
OC Stacker, thank you for the comment, my friend. He put together two MS-70 gold silver sets of the flowing hair. Do you think this would be a good way to sell them quicker? Sell them as a set or sell them individually? What's best?
I would, if you got them, and if they match in numbers, where like it says to 2 and 2 at the end, they'll sell a lot faster. But yes, as a set, they will sell good. Or individually, they would sell good. The Go got the biggest hype. This is the out of all the flowing hairs, this is the fastest selling one yet. This is why this could be the best one. It's sold out in 3 minutes.
I think everybody under the sun knows the answer to this, John. So we're going to do our best to try to help you. Thank you, John Crescent, for the question. Which one, gold, platinum, silver, has the most upside potential?
Silver.
Silver. But there's also a penalty to that. What's good is bad, and what's bad is good. It also has the biggest downside potential, does it not?
It does, but I keep telling you guys that gold's going to hit its potential first, but silver's going to outdo them all.
In the long run, silver will
Yes.
outdo it. Joseph C. Cash is key when going to a coin show. I think that's what he's talking about because we were just talking about that coin show. I have a running joke calling it the local LCS, the local coin shop. Oh, alrighty then. I guess you're not happy with your local coin shop, Coach's Magic? Let us know. If you live somewhere that charges sales tax on junk silver but not 999 or higher silver, should you not buy the junk or should you expect a discount? Well, they're going to sell it for what they have to sell it for.
Well, here's the thing. If they're charging you taxes on your 90% and not on your silver, that means that state probably is not taxable anyway. And therefore, to me, they're ripping you off. Right?
Well, there's probably some provision in the law that says they won't charge. Like California, if I remember right, used to, if you spent, I think it was over 1,500, you didn't get charged sales tax. I don't know if it's still like this though, but on 999 silver. But if you spent less than that, they would charge you sales tax. Some of them have different stipulations.
Well, in
I would
California,
recommend,
you got dealers that are charging people tax when they sell it back to them.
yeah, I would recommend, maybe buying your stuff somewhere else. I wouldn't pay sales tax if I didn't have to. Minnesota charges sales tax, I think, unless they got rid of it. Just try to find somewhere. You shouldn't ask for a discount from the
I
dealer.
don't charge taxes on 90%. I don't charge taxes on any of it.
That's because you're in Oklahoma.
Yeah. Well, I know. Even when I was in Michigan, I didn't.
And Joseph C has another comment. He says, plus card percentage up also. Yeah, a lot of times people will charge more on a credit card.
And the other thing, guys, back to that tax thing. In Oklahoma, Missouri, all these states have this law. I can go into any state that charges taxes, do 3 shows a year. You can buy it from me. I can do it on my license. That means I don't charge you sales tax and they can't make me pay it because you bought it from an out-of-state dealer with a tax license.
Here you go. Here's a pretty decent question. It says, if you have if you have only one LCS in your entire city that sells gold and silver bullion, what other options do you have besides online dealers to buy gold and silver bullion coins? Leave the city. That's my thought. Leave the city, go somewhere else.
Okay, guys, let me put this in perspective. I got people that drive from Texas, Oklahoma City, that are 200 miles away. If you're buying enough of it, do the math.
That's
And
right.
even if you're selling, do the math. I mean, I had one guy who had a box of silver he was selling. He called his local guy up in Oklahoma City. Then he called me up. I was paying him $1.50 more for 500 ounces. That's $1,500 more.
Now, gold maple is out of Canada, so it may be a little bit harder. But
I'm sorry. That's basically $750 more, not 15. It was still worth his drive.
So it may be a little harder for gold maple. Maybe you need to check and see if there's any local coin shows or something, whether you're buying or selling, it works for you. And if you're in the US, there's a lot more cities, a lot more places to buy and sell stuff than I would imagine in Canada.
Even in Canada, you might get a
there's
US
somewhere.
dealer over there. See, because I got a passport, I can go over there and sell.
2000 in California. California have to spend $2K not to pay sales tax. And here's another one, $2K. Yeah, it's been a while since I've read the law, so I don't know exactly. I don't live in California, but
Well, I
used to
guess, guys,
be
when you
that
walk
had
into a coin shop there, you're planning on spending over $2,000, right?
Well, I know it's expensive to live in California. The U.S. Mint is working with DC Comics in 2025. Are you guys excited? Seriously, are you? Thank you,
Yeah,
sir.
I even,
Click.
the bad part is, I'm not going to say it, but I do know the first coin they're releasing, and I know when.
Here you go. Regarding flowing hair selling out, did dealers, especially high volume dealers, get an opportunity to get those coins first? If so, is that fair practice? That is a good question. Is it fair practice? Okay, you're going to hear my side of it because I'm one of those guys that don't. And then you're going to hear Mike's side of it because he's one of those dealers that do get more than I would get. So, Ashes, I don't think it's fair, but at the same time, I do because those larger dealers help support and help publicize those coins a lot more. So, but all in all, I don't think it's 100% fair. But the Mint has their way of doing business. What do you think, bro?
Well, the program's been around for a long time, and a lot of people don't know about the program, but then there's a lot of people that do. The bullion dealers get 10% of whatever is produced, split between all of us. So 10% of that is not very much. Okay, guys. So most of it went to the public, and if a smaller dealer, and my little brother can tell you that, if you got lucky and got on, he had to play the same game you guys
I
did.
didn't get none.
So the
I did
bottom
not get
line
none.
is, you got to remember, you got guys that are you guys that buy stuff and everything else, but then your bullion dealers are the ones that helps keep this mint going by spending millions of dollars a year with them. We don't get, there's not everything we get to pick and choose. There is certain stuff we got to take a certain amount, and we don't get a choice about it. And at the end, we got to buy it. It's the way it is.
That is the penalty they have. They are required to buy if they're in that program where they can get some of those extra. They're still required to buy the other stuff they don't want. So that is the penalty they have. Is it fair? From a collector's point of view, I don't think it is. But from a business point of view, I think it's 100% fair. Again, because they are required to buy everything. Do
But
you
just
want to have to
remember, guys,
buy 20 in order to get 20 gold flowing hairs, do you want to have to buy 20 clad mint sets, 20 clad proof sets, or however many they say you have to buy, whether it's 100 or 20? I don't even want one,
I
but
had 240 people get on that I was paying over for these, and I only winded up with 5. So tell me my odds. That's all I winded up with because everybody got booted off, including my own son, including us. We was on our computers at the show trying to get in there, and bam, we got kicked out.
so between everybody trying to get them that way, you only got 5.
Only got 5 there.
And you had a lot of people trying to do that for you.
Yeah, 240 people.
I got 0. However, having said that, Mrs. Coin Crew also tried.
But I'm not the
She
only
got
dealer
one.
that gets out there and offers people more money for them to get them that normally won't get them because they really don't care about them, but they'll do it for the money. Because there's a bunch of them people that don't really collect U.S. Mint products at all, but they'll do it for me.
Okay, Joseph C has another question. Will dealers buy raw star notes now that they are not doing them anymore? I wouldn't buy a
No,
modern raw star note. I
no,
wouldn't buy a modern star note.
I don't buy them at all anyway.
Yeah, it's a niche market, but I don't know if any other dealers would. They may if they collect stars. I feel at one point silver gold stackers should sell some and put it into something else when they get ahead. Good point, Mud Swap. Thank you very much. Guys, with any investment or preservation of wealth, if you are making a little bit, diversify. It's important. Diversification is very important, is it not, bro?
Mm-hmm. I agree. I don't have all my money in silver and gold. I got a lot of money in silver and gold, but I don't have all my money in it.
Ashes says, Mike and Keith, very fair, great answers. I appreciate that. As always, you guys are a class act. Well, thank you, my man. Thank you very
Thank you.
much.
I appreciate that very
It's
much.
it's important to try to give you, like, from the U.S. Mint perspective. It's
But guys, I hope
everyone.
you guys do understand that I am working for all you guys, and that's why I'm glad when I met with the U.S. Mint, we went in this adventure of putting more shows out there for you guys in certain areas that don't really have good shows. So once again, while we're on this channel, if you got an area in a different state that is not reaching out and bringing you good coin shows, send it to me. Let me know. And I will reach out to your local convention center and we'll see what we can do to get the US Mint there. We're working on 2026 right now.
Now, if you live in a town, and I'm going to be honest with you, that has a population of 200, the U.S. Mint,
Yeah, that won't
it's
work.
not going to happen. There is some restrictions there that he would have to deal with. So please understand, he can't make it happen for each and every person.
I need to have enough hotels in your area. We need to
Yeah.
be able to get 150 plus tables into the area that we're renting. We do have stipulations that we're looking at. We prefer to have them over 200, but 150 will get us in there.
Okay, here's a great question from Canadian Maple or Gold Maple out of Canada. Sorry about that. What's the cheapest way to acquire silver without going to the LCS, going to an auction, yard sale, buying online? What do you think, bro? What's the cheapest way? I would say
Okay.
go to the bank.
Auctions, you're dealing with fakes. There's a lot been run
Um,
through there. Yard sales, really better be watching it. Make sure you know what you're looking at. I just had a guy buy a bag of dollars, thought he got the best deal in the world. We tested it, they were fake.
know what you're buying.
That's right.
If you
That's the
don't
biggest
know
key.
what you're buying, just go to the bank and buy a box of halves or a box of quarters or dimes. Search through them for some silver. Hope you get lucky. And if not, guess what? You still have the same amount of money. That's the cheapest way to find or get silver and gold is
Yeah, because
hitting
I
our
mean,
bank.
you watch. Well, my little brother has done searches. Rod's Find Treasure, Silver Seeker. You've seen all them guys doing searches. You know, it's a lot of work, but guess what? When you get paid off in silver, when you find it, it's still out there, guys. It's still getting cashed in here and there.
Who's your favorite private mint of rounds and or bars and why?
Uh,
I
I'm not,
don't have a favorite private
no,
mint.
I don't either.
Yeah, so I couldn't really answer that question. Sorry, we're not perfect.
No.
Currency grading question. How much do you think ink marks lower a bill's grade, all other things being equal? So I guess you're talking about someone who put a marker on marked a bill to test it or something, is what I'm guessing. It's really hard to say. It's how big's the mark and everything. Do you have any idea how much it would lower the value or at
Well,
least the
let's put it
grade?
this way. I have seen $500 notes be worth $2,000 and they only sell for 800 with a pencil mark on them. So that ought to tell you.
Know who you're
They killed
buying
it.
from is Juan Justo's advice. Yeah, always know who you're buying from, and that way you don't get counterfeits. Miss Coinker says my chat keeps seizing up. Sorry if I missed anything. She does a great job, guys. Give Mrs. Coinker a great round of applause. She does a great job trying to answer people's
Just
questions.
use a little more tape on that box the next time.
Are you still buying jewelry gold? Of course. What about you, bro?
Always buying jewelry gold.
You can never buy enough gold, no matter what form it comes in. Okay, here, MM. Thank you, my friend. Appreciate the comment. Should every coin collector have an electronic coin microscope? I don't know. Depends on what part of coin collecting your field you're getting into. I mean, are you looking for errors? Normally, a 10 power does it. A 10 power loop.
If you got to use that strong of a scope, then more than likely the graders will not accept it.
Yeah, if there are some errors and varieties out there that you actually have to put on a microscope to see. But my advice is if you have to put it under a microscope to see it, all that coin is good for is flipping. It's not worth keeping for your personal satisfaction. Just my opinion. Doesn't mean it's not worth anything. It just I want to be able to just take a small magnifier to it without having to turn on a computer or any electronic device. Can I see that double dime? Like I bought a used there at Carthage. I bought that 1942 over 41 dime. I just put on my 3 power glasses and boom, I can see it.
Yeah, I even bought an error. I bought me a 9/8 $20 gold piece.
That's the answer I was looking for. Are you looking at my desk? $500 with a single Lex through a zero. Yeah, I don't think you need any powerful, magnifier if you really enjoy the coin itself. Otherwise, like I said, it's just a flipper coin. Is pouring silver still a thing?
It has taken a big slowdown.
Yes, it has taken a big slowdown. It is still a thing with some people, but people aren't
Too
pouring
many
it as
people
much.
started pouring. The collectors stepped out. They, it's just they lost interest. It was just sometimes when you start producing too much stuff, you push the collectors away. They like it when it's just a few pieces here and there out there. You know,
There
I mean, the Englehart bars, old poor Englehart bars, people are still wanting, but this new
I
poor
think
stuff that you
I think
guys,
they're talking about like YouTubers and stuff. I think
yeah,
if the YouTuber that you're getting in front of, they're real popular, have a lot of a large following, yeah, that might still be worth. But even those prices are down, so
I don't
it's
know. I hold a lot of
oversaturated.
round fine treasures,
The
silver
core
bars.
market is oversaturated at this point in time. That's my opinion.
Yep.
How can you tell if a coin has been clean? Scratches. What do you think, bro?
You can either no, not always. Sometimes it ain't scratches. They use polish to try to take some of it off, and you make it too shiny, it's very noticeable. When you start making MSs look like proofs, you know you got a problem. You went too far.
Um, I think microscopic scratches are a good way. Inconsistent toning because it could be a chemical residue on it. It's not consistent. It's like blotchy. That would be another way. Um, yeah, if it don't look right, don't buy it. But as far as being clean, I think the easiest thing is the microscopic uh, scratches. If you're buying a coin, you generally want to look at least with it 10 times. I think a 3 to 5 should cut it unless you're looking for some type of error or something, or you just can't see that well like me. What do you think, bro?
Well, I agree with that. You can't see that well like you. Yeah, I agree with that. But no, I do agree with him. If you start seeing a lot of scratches in it, that's a good sign.
Well, we're talking
I
about
got $1 for what?
the problem is sometimes he
I
says
got a
you got a
dollar.
dollar for your silver, bro.
I got $1 for your silver, Mike. Okay.
You take all your silver for a dollar.
I got this little bitty flakes of silver that I'll sell it to you for $1. You're going to get about that much in a pile. And I can't guarantee if it's 40, 90. It's just mixed up puff of silver. And I'll sell it to you for $1 though.
Here is a great question. What does slabbing coins affect their value? I should say, he should say, how does slabbing coins affect their value? What coins would you slab?
Well, guys, I'm still doing the American Eagles because I got people putting sets together. But I don't really feel like Eagles are worth slabbing anymore because almost all of them will score 70 anymore. They've gotten that good. Um, your Morgan dollars are still worth slabbing, especially if they're AU or better. Uh, you know, and not all AUs, don't get me wrong, because real common ones I wouldn't slab, but AU are better for better days. AU, MS, any MSs are always, don't matter commons or not. There's a lot of stuff out there worth slabbing, but this new product, you got to pick and choose. Watch the market, see what it's doing.
If you
Like,
want a new product in a slab, buy it already slabbed. Most of the time, it's not worth it. If you're trying to get that MS68 plus, just buy it. Pay the 100 or 200 or whatever the cost is. The value of a coin should be 150 to 200 to help offset the cost of slabbing. Having said that, I prefer to slab type coins more so. I do slab a lot of Morgans more so than anything else because they give you a bulk deal, and it's harder to gather up 100, 3-cent nickels or flying eagles to get that bulk deal. It's much easier for that. Good coins valued 100, will help offset it. Not modern, like he says. Wendy says, my cousin has a Indian head
Indian head
roll,
roll.
want to crack and go through. And he says no. Thoughts?
I would crack it.
I would too. Yeah, but I mean it's your cousin's roll though, so it's ultimately his decision or her decision. Um, but
Here's the thing: you might have that diamond in the rough, and you sell it by the row. You lost out. What happens if that 1909S is in there, that 77's in there, or the '08S? I mean, there's a few good pennies in there. If it was me, I'd be cracking it.
okay, here's another answer to the how do you tell a coin's clean? Look at luster. The coin usually see it if a coin's been clean. It lacks that luster. Like with a Morgan, you could sit there and kind of twirl it in your hands back and forth like that, and you'll see that cartwheel. It loses that cartwheel a lot. Lack of luster. That is another way. Thank you, C. Bob. And Miss DuPont says the same thing, cartwheels. So I guess we're pretty well down to the end, my friends. So, guys, thank you for coming. We really appreciate it. I mean, I hate closing out with 80 people in here, but it has been a little over an hour. And we usually try to keep these shows down to an hour. If I missed your question, please leave a comment after the show's over. Let us know what it is, and maybe we can talk about it next week. If you did like the show, please share. Give us a thumbs up as well. Mike, you want to close out and say anything, my friend, my brother, my dude, whatever?
Okay. Guys, thank you for coming. We really appreciate everything you guys do. And I want to appreciate everybody that was out at Baltimore that came by and said hi to me. I really appreciate all of you guys that attended that show. And for you guys that didn't, I really appreciate you all too. It was a great show. Hope to see everybody again the next time I'm in Baltimore. I will not be at the June, but I might be at the one after that. So, guys, hopefully I see you guys soon. Thank you. Have a blessed evening.
Well, I guess that's about it, guys. Again, thanks a lot. We really appreciate you being here. We hope to see you next week, same time, 7:30 Eastern. So set your clocks, set your alarms, set your calendar. We will be here. And until then, I do plan on doing that unboxing video. I got the title. And you said you had a couple videos going up this week or next week.
I
He's
got
got a
I
couple
got one
videos.
I'm gonna try to get up tomorrow, and then one a day or two after that.
And we'll be here for Sunday Fun Day right here on this channel, 11:45 Eastern Time Sunday. So, guys, thank you so much. Have a great night. We appreciate it.